So let's talk about Peter. Peter, let me give you first a physical description of the man. He was very thick, broad chested. He had a short neck. He had dark, black, curly hair. Was not that long, actually. Did not actually go way down. He had a thick beard that came all the way up to the bottom of his lip, all the way up into here. It was all thick black beard. He had very thick eyebrows, and they almost touched in the middle. He was intense. He was an intense individual. He thought from the idea of righteousness, and he had a very powerful presence when you saw him. He walked into the room and you were like, whoa, right? Big, powerful man. If I was going to describe him simply, I would say staunch defender, right? And, they talk about the 3 times denied him thing. Though I have no memory of him doing that, right? Which I wouldn't, because I wasn't there when supposedly he did it. I could easily see him thinking along the lines of, I need to get away from the city, and the only way I can do that is to deny that I know him, to get out of here so that I can go spread the word. I could see him do that. I would have a hard time seeing him just flat out saying, no, I don't know him. I would without a reason. And I don't think the reason would have been fear, because I don't see him as someone who feared much of anything. But I could totally see him having a reason to do it. Do I remember anything about, you will deny me 3 times at the Last Supper? I don't remember a Last Supper. I remember suppers. Not that I remember that one will be the last, but I don't remember the famous story of him calling people out at a supper. I don't remember that at all. Nor do I think it matters. Right? I think the concept of Peter was a true believer, one who was just a very intense individual, very much a strong individual, very muscular, strong, big, thick man. And I really don't believe he cared about a lot what others thought of him in that regard. He when I say righteous, I mean he this is right, and then he followed that rightness. I remember a time when I was at an event somewhere, and I've told this story about him before, but this couple walked in the room, and when he walked in the room, I turned to one of the people that was with me, and I said, that man right there, that's the physical embodiment of Peter. She says, really? I said, really. That is him. And when I looked at this man, it looked just like him. I mean, it was the man. And when they came over, it was funny because we were talking to them, and I mentioned Peter in passing, but I would never in any way, shape, or form validate or tell somebody who they were, because that's not my place. But I was like, so in conversation, I mentioned Peter. I got an email from his wife a week or so later, and she says, we noticed how you mentioned Peter. And it was funny because she believed she was Peter. And I find that fascinating, because when I met this man, and funny thing is, he looked like he was from the Middle East. I mean, he literally had that look about him. And I was like, that's the man. That's the man. I just knew that was the man. And I'm not even sure what his nationality was. He might not have, somebody asked me about, were all the disciples from the U.S.? But I don't think so. I once again, I don't know what reincarnation is, so I don't know. So, but as far as Peter's concerned, that's my best representation, my best idea, my best memories of what he was like. Very big, thick, strong, righteous man. And that's about all I really have to say about him from my memories. So I hope that answers your question. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye. Thank you, my friends, for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you've subscribed and you like it, you share it, but also comment below it. Let's get this community talking about these topics and spreading this information out far and wide so we can change the world for the better. Thank you.